the weighty issue of Trump's fat rump.
That's okay. I mean, Colin Powell came out with these emails that killed everybody, and the New York Post made it sound like all he talked about was Bill and Hillary Clinton.
But apparently they didn't think of Trumpty Dumpty,
which is
going to build a great wall.
Yeah, that's right.
But so you talk about sexism now. Again, I'm forced into this bind where I don't want to address Hillary Clinton's weight, but the Daily News attacks Trump's fat rump,
right?
And I almost feel forced to attack Hillary's fat ass.
Don't do that.
I don't want to.
Well, you can't do that.
You see what they're doing to me?
You can't talk about a woman's weight.
Do you feel my conundrum here?
Yes.
It's terrible. It's such a burden that I have to bear.
Meatloaf is coming in tomorrow. He's not fat anymore. He used to be really fat, and then he passed out on stage a couple of times, including recently. In fact, he was on with Kilmeade, Douchey, and the blonde chick, whatever her name is, on Fox and Friends a couple of mornings ago. It was awful. Right. It was awful. And they start off by showing him passing out on stage, and I don't think he liked it. I don't think he thought it was funny or cute, or I think he was actually pissed off at the very onset of the interview.
So you think he's going to, we'll bolster his spirits.
I love Meatloaf.
We like Meatloaf a lot. Plus,
he
was on Trump's Celebrity Apprentice.
Yes, it's funny. He didn't have a lot to say about Donald Trump either. He did not endorse Donald Trump. He didn't say he really liked Donald Trump. He was just, we'll get more out of him, I guarantee.
We're going to get a lot out of him if we have to slap him around to get it out of him.
Well, I've always loved Meatloaf because, like I've told you many, many times, my first stinky finger was with Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
All right, back on Bernie and Sid. 1-800-848-9222. We're going to hear Lupica. Mike Lupica ran into Fireman Edge replacement.
Sleep out in day camp upstate New York. I was playing in the background.
After Gnome with the news.
77.
Phil Rizzuto's in that song.
Thanks for the lead-in, buddy.
News now.
Which senior is healthier? 70 Sunshine. Here's the stories you'll be talking about. 77 WABC.
This is an Election Central 2016 update. WABC.
Donald Trump is in excellent physical health, as the physician writes in a medical note released a short time ago by the Republican nominee's campaign. Trump's latest physical taking place last Friday, administered by his doctor of nearly 36 years. The letter notes that his last colonoscopy, 2013, was normal, as were an EKG and a chest x-ray done in April of this year. Trump taped an episode of the Dr. Oz show yesterday where he talked about what he does to stay healthy on the campaign trail.
Well, it's a lot of work. When I'm speaking in front of 15 and 20,000 people and I'm up there using a lot of motion, I guess in its own way, it's a pretty healthy act. I really enjoy doing it. A lot of times these rooms are very hot, like saunas. And I guess that's a form of exercise.
Hillary Clinton, coming off a bout of pneumonia, returns to the campaign trail this afternoon. Yesterday, it was her husband taking her place at events like this one in Vegas.
First, I'm glad to have a chance to stand in for Hillary today. She did it for me for a long time. It's about time I showed up and did it for her.
She'll campaign Greensboro, North Carolina this afternoon. It's her first public appearance since Sunday when she abruptly left the 9/11 memorial service, Lower Manhattan. Her doctor, too, giving her a bill of health, fit to be president. And new polls out today. Good news for Trump. He's in a virtual tie with Clinton in a CBS survey of voters. Long Island police say a teenage girl found dead in the street in Brentwood Tuesday night was beaten to death, and now they found a second body of a girl who could be the teenager's best friend. Police say a body that fits the description of 16-year-old Kayla Cuevas, found about 5 o'clock last night. 15-year-old Nisa Mickens' lifeless body was spotted by a passing driver in the street on Tuesday night. Police say she had at least 10 injuries to her head and face. Neighbors say the murders have shaken the neighborhood to its core.
Kayla, very athletic, just full of energy, just happy kid.
Our community has fought long and hard over the past few years to build a better life for our children. And for something like this to happen again after all our hard work, it just shows us that we have to work a little bit harder.
The two last seen 6:30 p.m. Tuesday at Cuevas' house, Brentwood, when Nisa's father dropped his daughter off. He returned a few hours later to pick them up. They weren't there. Police believe the murders could be gang-related. A jury is selected for the trial of two former allies of Governor Christie who are charged with deliberately causing traffic gridlock George Washington Bridge as part of a political vendetta. The panel will hear opening statements on Monday in federal court in Newark. Bill Baroni, Bridget Kelly face fraud, civil rights charges. Kelly's lawyer says his client will be found innocent in the end.
People who know her have to understand that she is not afraid of the truth, and she'll have an opportunity the first time publicly in a federal courtroom to say the truth as it relates to what has been described as Bridgegate.
Kelly was Christie's former deputy chief of staff. Baroni was a top Christie appointee to the Bridge Authority. City Councilman Jumaane Williams joining a growing number of public figures protesting racial inequality by boycotting American rituals. Williams sat as his fellow council members stood for the Pledge of Allegiance in council chambers. He pointed to the death of Eric Garners at the hands of an NYPD cop as an example of the racial injustice he's fighting.
We're trying to get the Right to Know Act passed in the City Council or voted on. All that just came to a head, and I thought, you know what, it's time to make this a public issue.
Traffic, weather, they're up next. WABC News Time, 11:35.
Hi, everybody. It's Rob and Tony from the Imus in the Morning program.
If you haven't registered for the 77 WABC golf outing, time is running out.
That's right, Tony. There aren't many slots left. Who doesn't want to hang out with us?
Well, register to play golf and see some of your favorite WABC personalities.
Like Connor McShane, Curtis Leva, Ron Kuby,
Sid Rosenberg, of course, Rita Cosby, and Bill Evans, too, right?
Uh-huh, and guns. Yeah, and we're probably going to have to teach him what the ball washer's really for.
It all happens Wednesday, September 21st at the beautiful private Edgewood Country Club in Rivervale, New Jersey.
You can register right now at WABCRadio.com for a great day of golf, lunch, dinner, prizes, and a night of comedy with me and Tony.
It helps tackle kids' cancer, too, so register today.
Register today, WABCRadio.com.
Powered by ExpertUrologyCare.com. Experience the Care One difference today.
Care One is a business of people caring for people.
A warm, inviting environment where your family will experience the highest quality care from highly skilled nurses all throughout New Jersey.
You should expect from the moment your family comes into the front door that someone's going to greet them and take care of them the way they would treat their own family.
Experience the Care One difference today.
After being here 2 or 3 days, I knew I was in the right place because they really treat me so good.
It's such a wonderful sense of security and knowing that when I go to bed at night, I know my mom is fine, and that if she needed anybody at night or if I needed to call here, someone was here.
We're a family-owned organization, and we try to bring that family feeling to our facilities.
Experience the Care One difference. Call 1-877-99-CARE-1. That's 1-877-99-22731. And tell them WABC sent you. Or log on to care-one.com. That's care-one.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is only 1 week left. You got to take advantage. A free month of Genucel. That's right. A free month if you order Genucel today. You've all heard me rave about the most effective under-eye bags and puppiness treatment called Genucel plant stem cell therapy for months. And stay one with Bernard, which is now almost 8 months in. The effects are immediate. You'll see it tomorrow night when I host the Yankee pregame show with Adler on Channel 11. It's not 12 months. It's not 12 hours. Guaranteed you get your money back. Here's Patricia. She's from Newport Beach, California. She says, and I quote, "I've been using Genucel for over a year now, and I love it. I never go anywhere without a second tube on hand. It's amazing." And it is. And by the way, when you order Genucel today, you get 3 free gifts, not just a free month of Genucel. You're also going to get, this is really exciting, the brand new 4th generation Esotique XV Collagen Builder. Not even out yet. And on top of that, they will upgrade you to free shipping. So 3 free gifts for the price of one. 1-800-525-4974. Call today. Get your free month of Genucel. One more time. 1-800-525-4974. That's 800-525-4974. Genucel and you. Perfect together.
11:38, checking the roadways now. Here's Angela Chase.
In ice slip, there are delays on the Southern Parkway eastbound at Route 111 where cleanup's taking place where an 18-wheeler hit a bridge this morning. Right lane's blocked off. And in Manhattan, FDR Drive northbound at Houston Street. There's a stall on the right lane. You're slow from South Street. The Hutchinson River Parkway northbound at East Tremont Avenue crash in 2 lanes has traffic backed up to the Cross Bronx Expressway. It's about a 10-minute delay. And the Cross Westchester Expressway westbound at Westchester Avenue, that accident has cleared along with the one in Rockland County on the Thruway westbound at the Palisades Parkway. And Patterson 80 westbound at Main Street, we've got an accident in the right lane. There are some service changes affecting the B and Q trains in Brooklyn between Prospect Park and Kings Highway. That's due to fire department activity at Newkirk Plaza and irregular service for the 4 and 5 at Atlantic Avenue at Barclays Center. Right now, traffic is brought to you by NJ Diet, using hair and saliva sampling along with DNA testing to customize their natural process even further. Lose 20 to 45 pounds plus in only 40 days guaranteed. Call 855-5NJ-DIET for a free review of of the system or check them out online at njdiet.com. Our next traffic report in about 15 minutes. Angela Chase, right now traffic 77 WABC. And now here's Channel 7's Bill Evans with the forecast.
Sunshine today, a breezy day. I guess you could call it a gusty, windy day. We got a northeast wind at 8 to 16 miles an hour, gusting up to 26. The high today is going to be 75. Normal high is about 76. Yesterday was 91. Well, tonight we got a moonlit sky. It's comfortably cool. The low is 63, about 55 in the suburbs, 50 in the suburbs north and west, maybe even some upper 40s. We're looking at sunshine tomorrow, a great day, high 76. We're looking Saturday sunny and high of 80, clouds late in the day, and we're going to be looking at a low about 66. Now, Sunday is not the best day of the weekend. Saturday is. Sunday we got cloudy skies, and we'll have some showers and a thunderstorm, particularly in the afternoon. The high is going to be 80. Have a great day. This is meteorologist Bill Evans for 77 WABC, where New York comes to talk.
70 sunshine Midtown right now. I'm Noam Layden on 77 WABC, where New York comes to talk.
Get to Bernie and Sid now. 800-848-WABC, where New York comes to talk. 77 WABC.
Hey, it's Monica Crowley. Be the cool kid. Listen to Bernie and Sid on 77 WABC.
In newly leaked emails, former Secretary of State Colin Powell calls Hillary Clinton greedy, Donald Trump a disgrace, and Dick Cheney an idiot. In response, Americans everywhere said, hey, 3 for 3.
Beautiful.
There you have it, the lanky redhead last night, and everybody's talking about the Colin Powell emails, front page of the New York Post. One of the things he said, one of the quotes was, yes, she has unbridled ambition. She's greedy with a husband still blanking bimbos at home. And a picture of Bill Clinton with his thumb up. That's a classic, man. Come on.
No, it is a classic.
You got to love it. And he called Trump a national disgrace. Let's get this.
And a racist.
I don't know if he said racist.
He said racist.
Did he?
He said the whole birther thing was...
Okay, well, fine. These are deplorable. He's a deplorable. We know that. Right. Everybody's racist, sexist, deplorable.
But you know what's funny about that? When Bill O'Reilly covered it last night, his thing was, well, we know he's not a big Trump fan. Well, what does that mean? I don't. So when he's out there saying bad things, which were funny,
he voted
Hillary
for
and
Obama
Bill
twice.
I understand that, but if he's saying bad things about Hillary and Bill, he doesn't preface it by saying, well, he's not really a friend. But it's always with Trump. Well, he's not a big fan of Trump anyway. Like it just don't worry about what he says. It doesn't matter.
Well, as I mentioned before, his speech on the Iraq War back in 2003, or actually it was in the fall of 2002 when he gave the speech to the UN. He listed 27 reasons or why Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. It turned the tide in the national debate on the Iraq War, and he was dead wrong about 27 out of 27, whatever the hell it was. Dead wrong.
Yeah.
Fatally, tragically wrong, as a matter of fact. No pun intended whatsoever. I mean, pun definitely intended. And Trump said he kills everybody in the Iraq War, and I think that sticks in Colin Powell's craw. It really hurts.
Yeah, I disagree with you. That's fine, though. What did Ivanka Trump get upset about? Ivanka Trump cut off an interview after a tough... We were just going on yesterday how do we think it's fair to talk to Chelsea Clinton, Ivanka Trump? Is it fair to attack the children? And both of us, including me, giving Ivanka credit for handling some of the questions about her pop. But obviously, there's been a more recent interview where she had had enough. Do you know what the question was?
Well, I do.
What was it?
I happen to know, but let me just say that Colin Powell also says about Hillary, for good reason, she comes across as sleazy.
Yeah.
He actually said that.
Well, she is sleazy.
And he attacked the Cheneys, as you heard Conan O'Brien say. And he talked about the feud between Roger Ailes and Donald Trump. And he said that because of Trump bringing the high ratings, that Ailes
killed
the feud.
Of course.
And he sent, this is what
he sent Megyn Kelly right over to him.
Quote, he sent Megyn Kelly off to get over her period, unquote, Powell wrote,
which is
one of the emails.
Which is exactly what I said to you back then when it all went down. I said, it wasn't that Trump called Megyn and said, listen, Roger Ailes went to Megyn and said, you're getting your ass kicked, your ratings are down, make this work. And the next thing you know, 10 minutes later, there's Megyn Kelly downstairs in Trump's lobby. So it had Roger written all over it.
I'm still not over what he said. He said, so Ailes sent, quote, Megyn Kelly off to get over her period, unquote. Keep it classy, General. I'm offended by that.
That's what Trump said.
I just want to go on the record.
That's what Trump said.
That's what I'm trying to seize
Did Donald Trump not say that Megyn Kelly was bleeding from everywhere?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, so.
Right. And this is...
So now they've said the same thing. So you should love Colin Powell because he basically repeats what Donald Trump says.
I don't love everything that Donald Trump said. What's wrong with you?
I don't know. You seem... I've been with you for 8 months. You've defended almost every single thing he has said.
I'm not going to let the perfect be the enemy of the good.
I like that. That's a very cute cliche.
You like it.
Very cute.
So now let me school you on what happened with...
let me hear this.
With
Ivanka
and Vanity Fair. They went to her dad's comments, as did Megyn Kelly, her dad's comments about women in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And she said to him, I don't like you have a negative tone,
mm-hmm.
and I don't think it's fair, and I'm going to get up and leave here.
So there was nothing specific? There was not like one specific thing this guy said to piss her off? It was just the tone? The whole tone was negative?
Yeah, it was about something her father had said in the past about women, about pregnant women in the workplace, something like that. But it was a gotcha question. It was like, so what do you think about what your dad said back 10 years ago when he was an entertainer?
But the point is, the interview had been going on for a while, and she felt like it was negative the whole way through, so she had enough.
That's part of the point. The other point is that they would never ask Chelsea Clinton a similar question.
But Ivanka didn't say that.
No, that's my point.
I know that.
That's my point. And that's I think that's the overriding point. Is that poor Ivanka, because her dad is...
Oh, don't give me poor Ivanka.
Is a...
don't give me poor Ivanka.
Well, not the traditional Republican.
Pit bull.
She's a pit bull.
Yeah, she's a pit bull.
And what, Chelsea Clinton is just a fragile, delicate little flower.
I don't know what the hell
can't handle these questions.
I don't know what Chelsea Clinton is. She hasn't been promised a job in the cabinet if, in fact, her mom wins the presidency.
Pretty disgusting picking on the kids.
You don't see Chelsea Clinton standing behind Bill and Hillary every time she's on the road like Ivanka Trump, posing him and his three ladies like it's a shot for WWE. It's a joke.
Excuse me?
His daughter-in-law on one side,
his family.
Ivanka, but posing, the perfect pose.
Shut up.
Oh, please.
Shut
That's exactly.
up.
It looks ridiculous.
Because they happen to be
ridiculous.
Now you're going to because they
strategically standing and posing.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. I mean, that applies here.
They are beautiful.
That's hating.
He's not going to defeat ISIS.
That's hate talk.
Oh. Yeah, he's going to beat ISIS, right?
Listen, Ann Coulter had a great piece in Breitbart. It said, could Hillary tell us what percentage of Muslims are deplorable? I think that was... It's
1%.
A pretty pertinent question.
How about 1%?
But tell us.
1%.
And she goes on to talk about how...
that's not a good quote. That's stupid.
They're always bringing up a David Duke. Every Republican has to disavow David Duke, who only becomes an issue every 4 years during an election. But they never ask Democrats to disavow people like Al Sharpton, George Soros, Black Lives Matter, and Colin Kaepernick, says Ann Coulter. Which
that's fair. I like that part.
She's just so... And, there's a clip of... We're going to get this, too. Speaking of the racist Donald Trump, there's a clip of the racist Donald Trump on Howard Stern's show in 2006. Stern, would Ivanka ever date a black guy? That would not go over at Mar-a-Lago. Trump, yes, she would. She would. Yeah, absolutely. You would have no problem with that? I would have no problem. I would love that. That'd be wonderful. He would love that, said Robert. The answer is she would. She would have no problem, says Trump. That's Trump, the racist, for you right there. We're going to get that clip for you. And, of course, she quotes Mike Tyson about how the respect that Trump shows to Mike Tyson and his family. Yeah. And I could read it, but I don't want to bore you to tears.
No.
That's the kind of racist but sexist creep
that
Donald Trump is.
He's famous. He was the heavyweight champion of the world. He was, it was worth hanging around Mike Tyson. So that's fine. Trump is a jock snipper, entertainment snipper.
Let me just say, this new poll out from the L.A. Times is actually USC L.A. Times.
What poll is that?
Very well-respected poll.
By who?
It gets factored into that Real Clear Politics average.
Well, it does do that, yes.
It does, and Trump is ahead and by 6 points, 47 to 41.
Which makes the poll ridiculous.
And these national polls... They're leading indicators. The states lag behind.
Yeah.
So the trend, of course, is for Trump to go up nationally.
Yeah.
First he tied, and now he's going ahead. And the states lag behind. They follow. So he's already tightened it up. He's leading in Florida, Ohio.
He's not leading in Ohio. He's about tied.
No, he's up 5 points.
In Ohio or Florida?
Both.
Okay.
Both, especially when you factor in Jill Stein and Gary Stupid Johnson.
Right.
You factor them, and he really leads. So the states are lagging, and they will get he'll even have a bigger lead coming up in days to come.
You are too much.
Things are looking up, baby.
They are looking up. I can't deny it.
Now listen,
I can't deny it. I still think she's going to win. I don't think it's going to be as close as you think it's going to be, but they are looking up.
I know,
yes.
but you were damn cocky and
I was.
You were arrogant about a month ago.
I was. I'm not so cocky now.
We have a guest in studio right here.
Yeah.
And we have a big game tonight. The Jets are playing
the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah,
Rex Ryan.
I knew that.
Rex Ryan.
My guy, Rex Ryan.
Yeah.
Who got treated so shabbily by the New York Jets.
And by the way, loves Donald Trump.
Well, why do you think he's my guy? I used to hate Rex Ryan. I thought he was a fat mouth.
Right.
Who should be
now he's your guy.
Beat up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now he's my guy. I love Rex Ryan. Rexy.
Just so you know, you hate the Giants because of the way they treated Tom Coughlin. Coughlin's voting for Hillary.
And also, Rex Ryan got rid of his lap band.
Yes, he did.
In solidarity, he says in solidarity with his brother, because his brother's like a slob.
His brother's with him now.
Yeah, I know that.
He's in Buffalo.
But
Rob Ryan.
Also, he wants to eat. It's not my brother. I'm doing this for my brother. He's like, screw this. I want to eat a full meal, for God's sake. So our guest is the man who succeeded Fireman Ed at the New York Jets.
What is your nickname? You're the Jet Man or something?
I go by Jet Man.
Jet Man, and he wears like necklaces and a whole getup. And you were on TV last week.
What was that?
I did see it.
Someone told me
the Jets Bengals game. Yeah.
So he also happens to be an account executive here at WABC Radio.
You'd
on
never
the 17th
know.
floor.
He looks like $1 million. He's very good at what he does here. Looks like $1 million, well dressed, and then on Sundays becomes a complete ignoramus.
That's nice.
He's
Real
throwing
nice.
snowballs at little kids.
Nice.
Do you get all liquored up at the games? The tailgate
we do.
parties?
We have a big tailgate party. We do Patron shots every 20 minutes, and
really,
it's a little crazy.
Did you say Trump shots?
Patron shots.
Oh, Patron.
Patron shots.
I got Trump.
You got
Trump
Trump
on your mind. What the hell? Patron shots. No kidding.
Yeah, every
so
time
you get fist fights, no doubt.
No, not at my
stomp
tailgate,
on
no.
Patriots fans.
Then I saw him like in a Facebook thing on Sunday, like in a tent somewhere with a bunch of Jet bands, and before the Bengals game. Is that?
We have a tailgate with about 100 people.
Was that the tailgate tent?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, and it's a blast.
And then you drive home drunk and you just keep your fingers crossed?
I never drink in the game or after the game, so we have like 6 hours
he
to sober
sobers
up and we're fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
he doesn't drink.
I can never do that. If I drink, I have to drink until the point
he stops. He just goes. He does coke in the bathroom in between
no
the
doubt
second
about
and third.
Come on, man, stop.
Never. Come on, man.
Listen, the guy's an account executive here at WABC.
He's actually a great kid.
And his name is Rob. What's your last name?
Fulmer.
Rob Fulmer, and he's a successor to Fireman Ed. And you were looking. He was walking around this morning. Where's Sid? I got to tell Sid something.
What happened?
I was looking for you. I figured you were at the gym or tanning or something. But
you knew he wasn't at the library.
I knew you'd love this story. So a couple days ago, Mike Lupica was here, right? And I've known Mike Lupica a long time.
Well, just so you know, we were both on Imus. I killed Lupica on Imus that morning. Ironically, he was on an hour later. And then I was having a conversation inside Rob and Tony's office from the Imus show, and Lupica walked in, and at no point, and Tony's a witness, at no point did Lupica even look my way, even though the four of us were in the same office at the same time.
Well, I don't know if that was right after he went, but I saw him in the bathroom. That was my first meeting with him, was in the bathroom. I went to the bathroom and I saw Mike Lupica. And, you do the gentleman thing. You just nod your head like hello, and we're both doing our thing. And we've kind of finished at the same time, and we're turning towards the sink.
Squatting or
No.
standing?
We're standing.
Okay,
and we turn at almost the same time, and we go towards the sink, and I'm washing my hands. He looks right in the mirror, fixes himself up, and just takes off. Doesn't wash his hands. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything. So then I see him in the kitchen, and I'm getting some water, and I go, hey, Mike, how are you? And he goes to shake my hand. And I'm like, I was like, hey, like at the fist bump thing. Funny. I was like, take care, And then I'm assuming he came and saw you guys, and I was just wondering if you guys shook his hand, because it was not good, man.
I fist bumped.
No. Not good.
So did he know who you were? Or
No.
It was just another guy in the bathroom.
Even if he did, he wouldn't care.
But here's the thing, though.
No.
When you're in the bathroom, if you don't wash your hands, that's bad enough, which you're guilty of.
Only when I make duty, I wash my hands.
Okay,
but never when I make pee-pee.
But if there's somebody in the bathroom, at the very least,
fake it.
Fake it.
That's
disrespectful.
That's Tom Arnold's joke. He never puts the water on. Just puts his hand underneath the faucet.
But here's the thing. It's disrespectful to the person. So if you're in there and you see somebody and they don't wash their hands, they're disrespecting you. They're saying, screw you. I don't care what you think.
Do you know one of the worst fights I ever had in the media was a bathroom fight at the Super Bowl years ago with Deion Sanders. Forget about washing your hand. I walked up to the mirror. He walked up to the mirror. I said hello to him, and he's like, bro, don't talk to me inside the men's room. I'm like, I've known the guy for like 10 years, Dion. I'm like, just saying hello. Man rule number 1, don't talk to another guy inside the band. But he was being serious, like a real dick.
That's what you said to me on my first day.
Well, no, but you know what though? He makes a halfway decent point.
He does.
That's why we all use this horrible cesspool of a bathroom here in the newsroom.
Why?
Because we don't want to go down and share a bathroom with other people, much less go down there, share it with them, and then have to talk to them.
There's man code. You just give the nod like hello.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Deion
It's man
Sanders should
code.
have punched you in the face.
He almost did,
listen,
to be honest.
We don't have much time. Listen to this clip of Donald Trump, the racist Donald Trump, on radio 10 years ago.
Would you ever date a black guy? That will not go over at Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, she would. She would? Yeah.
I
would have no problem with that.
You have no problem with that?
I would have no problem.
You would have no problem
I would
with
have
that?
no problem. I would love that. That'd be wonderful. No. The answer, she would.
I'm talking
have
about
no problem.
very...
I don't know about
There
that.
you go. And all the other quotes that I read the quotes.
That is
he would love that.
You're not playing that in court.
He wasn't even a slight
You're not playing that in
intimation
court.
that it would bother him.
Yes, there was.
In fact, he was enthusiastic about it. There's your racist Donald Trump.
I didn't hear that at
Go
all.
find your safe space and suck on your thumb. Bernie and Sid back after this.
77 WABC. Traffic and Transit.
In Islip, still seeing the right lane shut down on the Southern Parkway eastbound at Route 111, where an 18-wheeler hit a bridge earlier this morning. The FDR Drive northbound at Houston Street, that stalled vehicle has cleared. And then in the Bronx, the Hutchinson River Parkway northbound at East Tremont Avenue, wreck in 2 lanes, slows you down from the Cross Bronx Expressway. Patterson 80 westbound at Main Street, that accident has cleared. And there are service changes for the B&Q trains between Prospect Park and Kings Highway. That's due to fire department activity at Newkirk Plaza and irregular service for the 4 and 5 at Atlantic Avenue Barclays Center. Checking the forecast from Channel 7's Bill Evans, 67 and sunny, 75 for the high today, 63 overnight, sunny and 76 tomorrow. Our next report in about 15 minutes, Angela Chase. Right now, traffic on 77 WABC.
All right, Week 2 of the NFL season starts tonight in Buffalo. Rex Ryan and the Bills taking on the New York Jets. Great division rivalry. How'd you do in the first week in fantasy football? I didn't win my Sid's weekly FanDuel league up again this week, but heck of a lot of fun, folks, isn't it? And nothing better now 7 years for me than FanDuel. It is the best fantasy football anywhere. New contests every week. So when you draft a team in August and your quarterback gets hurt or your running back gets hurt or your team sucks, you got a busted season. Not with FanDuel. New contests each and every week. They have a variety of contests, too, on top of that. Beginner contests for new players. You can go head-to-head like me and Bernard.
Sounds like fun, man.
Yeah, it's fantastic. You settle a score. You do a 50-50 contest. You're playing large tournaments for big-time cash. Here's the best part, too, Bernard. You can play FanDuel tournaments each and every week for as cheap as $1. $1. Wow. And you can win a couple of $100.
I'm in.
The Sid League is $5. FanDuel.com/Sid. Get in there today for this Sunday's action, starting tonight again with the Jets and Bills. Just $5. They've also got $1 million contests every single Sunday, which pays out, yes, at least $1 million in prizes. FanDuel's the best. Every week they give brand new entries, $50 for brand new entries for new users. 5 free entries every single week. They give away stuff all the time. Just go to FanDuel.com, click the Join Now button, and use the promo code SID. That's my name, S-I-D. That's FanDuel.com, the promo code SID, S-I-D. And folks, start winning big money on fantasy football with FanDuel today.
Call out the BS.
Not everybody is consistent as you and I are.
Follow Bernie and Sid on Twitter right now at Bernie and Sid.
I've been taking the Balance of Nature fruits and veggie capsules for many years. What hooked me was something I wasn't expecting. I was playing golf with one of my friends, and midway through the round, he looks over at me and says, "What's going on here? You're killing me. Did you get new clubs or something?" It dawned on me that the only thing I'm doing different is taking Balance of Nature. I've been a 15 handicap golfer for a long time. 3 months after I started taking the fruits and veggies, I started dropping strokes off my handicap. Even my sons noticed I was playing better. I told them, When I started getting enough fruits and veggies in my diet, I felt better. Better concentration, better swing. When you feel better, you play better.
Call now to find out how to get your free month's supply of Balance of Nature. Call 800-2468-751 or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code WABC.
Tomorrow on the Bernie and Sid Show, the great Meatloaf. Curtis and Kubi are up next, folks.
Hey, folks, Sid here from the Bernie and Sid Show on WABC, talking about something very serious. I'm about to become 50, if God's good to me, in April, and it's time for me to get everything checked. Why not go to the best in the business, the Advanced Urology Centers of New York? We make so many insignificant choices every day. Why not make an important one that really counts? When you're facing any urological conditions, such as an enlarged prostate, urinary tract infection, ED, or even cancer of the prostate, bladder, or kidney, go to the right place. Got a choice of where you can be treated. Why not choose the best? Advanced Urology Centers of New York is the largest urology group practice in the country, and they're everywhere, over 45 locations. They're comprised of top board certified physicians who are available for the routine to the most common